Welcome to the March of the Crusader. Now, I know you're probably wondering, if you were following along, why are we in Act 2 right now? Now, what happened was, I was recording it, it was about 7 minutes in, and the microphone said it disconnected. So I went to the home page and I fixed it, and it was working. And then it would pop up like on and off, just kind of flicker on the right side of the screen. But the microphone light was still green, showing it's plugged in to the PS5. It has power. That's the only way it gets power. But as it turns out, the system flicked to the recorder on my controller. So, a lot of that audio is really faint, and it's just not gonna work. So I have to. I don't know. I can either go kill Andariel again, just because, or I can just keep going. Because I killed Andariel. It was 38 minutes of recording. I killed Andariel, and I killed Radamant. And I also talked about a bunch of things I wanted to talk about. And, starting over from scratch to talk about them again is kind of annoying. Kind of a pain in the ass. Because it loses authenticity for me to talk about it again. But, problems happen. Technical problems happen. I'm just gonna go from there. So the first thing is I got my channel name, because I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna call it. I started with March of the Moth, which is still one of them, the at. But the other name, I changed it to Iron Moth for a few reasons. One is it pays homage to this YouTuber I used to follow. He posted like a lot of fitness challenges, and for some reason he took all of his videos down, like a bunch. His channel was Iron Wolf. There might still be some. I Last time I checked, he only had his 12-minute burpee challenge. Do 170 burpees in 12 minutes. And me and my brother, we accomplished that once, and it is a pain in the ass. It's really terrible. Usually I can do like 150 something in 12 minutes. Anyways, so it's a little homage to him for the mindset. And then obviously, it kind of pays good to challenge runs. And then the whole concept, like a moth to a flame, moths get singed. But, like an iron moth is gonna be fine. I thought it was neat. We got the scroll from Radamant. Whatever. But yeah, Iron Moth sounded cool. March of the Moth, I think that sounds unique, right? And then, at first I got an AI generated image for my avatar. But, coincidentally, my wife had taken a picture of a moth, just because she takes pictures like that, and she put a filter on it. So this black moth, like, kind of making it look gray, and then like red. And to me, it fit the channel perfectly, because the gray is like iron, and the red on it is like the embers of a fire. I thought that's perfect timing. And she was just showing me, not like thinking about the channel or nothing. It's just something I'm doing, right? And she said I could use it, so I think that's better than. I have nothing against AI generated photos, but I do kind of like that more. I did put a little AI generated picture in the thumbnail at this moment. I don't know. It's kind of a placeholder, but maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. The main objective here is to, you know, this is like my little journal, just on a public platform. Personal growth, right? Business that can be last. I don't expect to make anything off YouTube. I got no viewers. And if I did, that would be, obviously that's awesome. I don't care about that. What's this? Sure. Whatever. What about this? 8 to life. What's ours? Man. None of that shit. There were some close calls in that last recording, and they look cool. Now they're gone. I have it, but like, what am I gonna do? You know, record over it? It's too late. It's just gone. Yeah, you know, when I seen it disconnecting like that, and I was looking at the microphone and it stayed green, I should have really checked into it more before I recorded for another 30 minutes. They look almost the same. Well, the last group, they were nastier. And I was weaker, and Blaze kept dying before I got Elmo over here. Whatever. I finished my recording. My dog had found and killed a mouse in the kitchen. Everything was going well, except for the mouse. I cleared up some stuff about how I want to, you know, be on my channel. Let's see, what do I need this for? I'm just gonna leave that in town. We don't need none of that. I don't care about none of that. Alright. It happens though. Now I'm kind of like, is it on now? Are we recording? We want to go by the controller again. That was not great. Wow, Blaze survived a lot longer. Can you open that door? You can't.
Hello again, Albert.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got some potions. Are you weak to poison or something, man? The hell? And drag you to Act 1 to have you die like that. We're hitting fine, right? I'm not worried about those little decisions at the moment. Wow. Shit, we had her pinned down better the first time. Alright. Give me that in there. I know you are. Hey, you know, we're not... We gotta, like, just start throwing all that away. We don't need it. Look at that. Classic. What else did I talk about? That I gotta... What else? Oh, Holy Fire does not affect Smite. It's unfortunate. I only put 2 in it. You can... Obviously, you can reset your stats. I do a lot of normal hits anyways. I'm rather contemplating... Like, would it be dumb to mix Smite and then have Zeal? Like, you stun them and then... Is that the way to go? I don't know. Yeah, we found this Nagel ring, by the way, killing Radamant. And Iron heel chain boot. Husaurus. What's that? Alright, we'll get rid of all that junk. Maybe we will get Zeal. Why not? Is that gonna be hard on my mana? Let's do it. Just one. Just one. And it's a square button right there. Looks neat. Alright, let's get this. Hi, Warp. We gonna act too? Okay. We're not gonna go there again, though. We're just gonna keep moving, I guess. Man, I flicked to the point where the mic did that, and when I heard the voice drop, I thought, shit, it's going through the controller. Alright, who wants this scroll? Because I don't want it. You don't want it either. What about you? Thanks. Maybe look for a better weapon real quick. Act 2 has like probably the best town music in the game, at least for me. What do we got? 7 to 13 and Blessed Aim. Wow, that's better already. Take that. Alright. I was gonna do mapless. I think I said that. I said that right. But that's like ultra tedium right there. Especially in these big spots, you just be hitting the walls. Cool. Let's see. Am I missing? Am I just missing a shitload of those? 3 hits. That seems worth it. We don't like it on square though. Put on X. And then we'll put on square. Smite. I'm starting to think I should have put a bunch into Zeal and just a few into Smite. I don't know. Whatever. Is it me or is it like lagging? Dung soldier. Shit soldier. Nasty guys. Alright. Really that? See how good that music is? Even out here. I don't have it balanced the best, so. I was considering changing things around, but I also, if you're here in the 5th video, I'd rather have it be consistent with how the playthrough is going to be. Same setup. And I'll make improvements. I'll take notes and make improvements for the next game I play. Same thing with like the length of these. I don't want them to go into 40 minutes or anything like that. They uploaded at a fine speed, so that's nice to know. But consistency. Keep it all consistent. As well as I can. There are other things I guess I'll address one would be like a big one today. It's always a thing, but I feel like post-COVID it just really spiraled, and that's politics. Politics in games, politics in art. It's always been there, right? And a lot of it has always been, I want to say this, it always felt like it's been like, at least for what I've seen, democratic politics. Like simple things like Family Guy or Futurama taking jabs at Fox News. And Republican thoughts or Republican side of things. And I don't, it's like whatever. I don't consider myself either or. But at the moment, I don't like anyone trying to tell you exactly how you should do. Look at me. Like, to what extent do you invest your politics into art unless you're just going to make that the sole purpose of the project you're working on? I don't know. Like, if you went back just a little ways back and you look at Grand Theft Auto, you know, you had people saying it was too violent. But then other people are like saying, you know, that's not gonna, you know, let these people express like that. What do you think's gonna happen? And as it turns out, studies show that playing violent games and stuff does not make you more prone to violence. And I can agree to an extent that there should be ultimate freedom of expression in art, with the exception of like sexualizing kids. I think that's wrong. Hold on, I think I got company. Hold on. A terrible timing, by the way. No, it's just my dog crawling up behind me on the bed. But like now you got, like, they want certain politics or ideologies shoved into not just art, but like a bunch of already established titles and established iconic characters. Like, I just don't agree with that. Let them express it how they want to express it. If they want to make a beautiful protagonist like in Stellar Blade, like, what's wrong with that? Why can't they do that? If, like in this game, for example, if the art direction was to have it be a beautiful young woman, why can't they do that? Why did you have to change that? And I don't like stuff like that. I think that's wrong. I don't agree with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with how they're expressing it prior. Hold on now. She's getting bored of me. You okay, buddy? I forgot I had my pocket watch on my lap when I went to let her out. Okay. What the hell was I talking about? Yeah, I was thinking, you know, I'm just playing video games and talking over them. I don't, how political do I want to be? But at the same time, this is also, you know, just me and my own thoughts. And if you're gonna be here, you'll be here, right? And if I want to talk about something, just do it. Give my opinion on it. Now, the remake is not by the same team anyways. You know, it is someone else's, in a lot of ways, it is someone else's vision of the art. But at the same time, you should remain authentic to the original art direction. And, you know, that's the people who are going to be coming here anyways. And they always say stuff like, they got to make these changes to be sensible to a modern audience. But when you look at how a lot of these places are impacted financially, a lot of these projects are impacted. Yeah, like they're kind of countering that point of view. Who are you talking about? I don't think you should touch it. Like, leave the art alone. What's in the Dry Hills? Is the Tomb of the Dead in the Dry Hills? I swear it hasn't been that long since I played this game. But yeah, the remaster made little decisions like that. I believe the original also had like a bunch of dead prostitutes in the harem, and they took those out in the remaster. I don't know why you would do that. You know, we'll take that sword, I guess. Like, most people playing this are gonna be like me, you know, in their 30s. I think. Maybe not. But I believe the average gamer globally is like 41 years old. So who are you making all these changes for? It was only few in this game's case, to be fair, that I know of anyways. The assassin, the Amazon harem. What they should have changed was that lag when you go to fight Andariel. Like, especially on hardcore, I could walk in there and just have a blank screen, and then when it loads, be dead. I know that happened. It happened to someone I know when they're playing hardcore. Make changes like that. Fix that. I don't feel any nostalgia for that. But yeah, if I'm not gonna sit here and pick a political wing, but I will pick whoever's letting you express how you want to express. I think that's important. I don't care about that. 16. This is actually a decent find early on. And I don't think I could just play a game every week and remain apolitical. But I also am not like, you know, people get so political. Some of these channels do. It's like, are you even, like, do you even play video games? Do you even care? Like, I want to hear about the video games too. Like, the ones you're going to be playing and stuff. What's good about them? Not just the culture war. It'd be great for my titles, right? I was asking AI what are some good YouTube titles, and all clickbait. Same thing with the thumbnails. It's just, how do you drive up someone's curiosity? And it doesn't matter what you're going to deliver. You just drive that curiosity and they'll come. Obviously, it probably wouldn't be that easy. I could still be unknown, but like now, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put the challenge with the game, what I'm doing, and go from there. Now, my thumbnail does have an AI generated moth in it, but the avatar, that was a picture from my wife. She took a picture of I believe it was a black moth, and put a filter over it. And I thought it looked really cool and asked if I could use it. Sometimes she'll just take pictures and she likes to play with them. But that one turned out pretty good and she let me use it. And I thought it was cooler than the other AI moth I had generated. Now, AI generation, that's also another, it's a topic with two sides, right? Do you think it's wrong? Do you think it's because the way it generates its art? Do you think it's in a way theft? Obviously, you got the counter arguments like, if I'm inspired by your art and you can feel a lot of what you made in the new product I made, is that? I don't know. All I do know, I don't have a great build here. I don't think I do. Because now I'm using Zeal more than Smite. but I have 10 stats in Smite, 10 skill points in Smite. I could reset it. We got one reset. I don't know. I don't know what I want. As long as I don't die, I'm fine with the build. Really, you could, you know, I don't know what I said and what I'm repeating, but because of that incident. But you could probably just put a point into Smite and the rest in Zeal. And, you know, stun a guy, smite him. I mean, yeah, stun a guy, Zeal him. And that would have worked better. I was gonna go Pierce Smiter though. Hall of the Dead. But if I'm gonna mix the two, Smite and Zeal, maybe it'll blend out fine in the end. Maybe. So I was clicking through, watching some of the first stuff I made because I wanted a good idea on what to change. And there's a few I found. One is maybe be a little easy on the controller. Sometimes you can really hear me mashing that controller like a dickhead. And then the other, you know, I know it's only been a week, but I feel pretty comfortable talking right now. I don't feel held back by anything. But now, and the other issue is, you gotta talk loud, you gotta talk clear, you gotta talk often, and you gotta play a game. Concentrate. The multitasking is killing me. That's whatever though. Let's see, 5 to 15, 1 to 5. Well, get the hell out of here. And you. I don't need that. It's for money. Am I ever gonna use these? If I'm gonna use Zeal now, maybe. What are all these? Nah. Gotta clean up some of them, right? We'll never use that. Okay. I don't know. There's other things. Obviously, they want you to say, like, comment, and subscribe. And nah, you know, that sounds. I don't care if anyone else does it. That feels corny to me. I don't want to do it. And you know, if it's better for your channel's growth and stuff, you know, then, and I'm making like a dumb decision, not, you know, doing the thumbnails and not saying that stuff and not doing the curiosity titles, and I'm just holding my channel back. You know, I would hate to, because I don't think there's anything wrong with saying you want to make a YouTube to get some income, because you need money to survive. You like video games, you like YouTube. It all works, right? But at the same time, my first initial goal is like myself. Like, this is just something I wanted to do to grow, as I've said in the first few videos. And we'll just see. I've tried. I actually made a few videos back in 2021, I believe. And I had a totally different approach and different mindset about it. And my consistency was, I tried it once and that was it. Like, now I feel pretty relaxed about it, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. And my discipline to do it will, it's gonna be great. It'll be fun. Like, I don't feel nothing, like nothing holding me back about it. That's cool. Um, 2 to 10. If Zeal gives more hits for, I believe it goes up to 5, right? And then we'll cap it at 5. And that'll be good. We're gonna go back here for a minute. It's not really hard on mana either, even though I'm not like putting stats into energy. What's your name? Baneheart, bitch. We don't need you to exist. What do we need a tall, a Neferter for that helmet, right? And a tall and an F for the stealth armor, right? Something like that. For them low-level rune words. Mummy sarcophagus. Or you... If you're recording through the controller again, I'm gonna do nothing. Yeah, I finished recording. I thought, boy, we got in a good 38 minutes. Damn. And then, you know, I'm about to get ready to listen to it. Open the door, my dog killed a mouse. And then I come in to listen to it. It's coming through the controller after like 7 minutes in the thing. Shit. If it was the last 5 minutes, I'd be like, okay, well that sucks, but like you have 7 minutes of the microphone, and then 31 minutes of God damn it. We got a waypoint here. What's the time? What's our time? 32 minutes. You know, I would get the cube right now. But let's look at this falchion. 917. What if we put that in there? So that would be, what would that be? 1025? Not even close. Should have did that math before I did that. Yeah, I gotta make sure the mic worked for this. So I guess. Whoa. I guess that's it for now. See ya. Bye-bye.